Howdy folks, I hope this finds you well. Welcome to the channel. My name is Steve, and I'm going to show you my homemade flash extender. So we'll go through a few things here, and then I'm going to share some images. The first thing I want to show you is, I got thinking about this. I thought, why am I going to pay like 30, 40 bucks or 80 bucks or whatever for a stupid flash extender? I can make that. Sort of. So what you got here, these are called Fresnel lenses, which is basically what a flash extender uses. This type of, I guess, a Fresnel lens. So these are 3x magnifiers, and they come in a package of, I don't know, 5 or more. I don't know, something like that. You can get these off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. So what I did, and as you can see, they're big. So I may end up making a new one using the whole, the full Fresnel lens. I thought that was a little excessive, so I cut them in half. So that's one cut in half. If I take the flash head, you can see it's hard to do it because it's backwards. But that's basically the size of it. I figured that would probably be a good size to start with. All right. So these are Fresnel lenses. You can get them dirt cheap. I think I paid like, I don't know, $6 or $8 for 5 of them. I mean, it was silly. And I got them next day. So what you'll need are the Fresnel lenses. You need Gorilla duct tape. You could seal a radiator hose with this crap. This is great stuff. And I guarantee you that this will outlast me. Guaranteed. You could take this and throw it at the freaking tree as hard as you could, probably 100 times, and it's never going to break. The structure of it is made out of cat litter container. This plastic, I can tell you, the plastic that's in this container, that this container is made out of, is virtually indestructible. The reason why I know that is because I use it on what's called the paddler. I have a motor-driven paddler that sits in the house feeder at my mother's house. She has a huge problem with gray squirrels, and they get in the stinking feeder. And I have a motor drive in there, which is wired to a power supply in the house with a momentary push-button switch on the windowsill. So when the squirrels get in there and start cleaning out the feeder, she just hits the button, and this thing spins at about 60 RPM per minute, and it's got strips of that plastic sticking out on each side of the arbor. And that thing, it's been in there for a year, and it's still got the same plastic on it, and she has to use it almost on a daily basis. It pounds the crapola out of the wood. I have it so it strikes the roof, and sometimes it'll hit the squirrel, which I think is pretty funny. And they come out of there like a rocket. But, I mean, they clean the feeder out. Like 15 minutes, like 2 of them will get in there and just gone. No. So that stuff is durable. So if you got cats, it's worth even buying. If you find some plastic like this, go to the store, kind of look at this type of a jug. I know they make all kinds of jugs with this type of plastic, but it's got to be plastic that's designed to hold weight. This thing weighs, I don't even know, 10 pounds. So this is 10 pounds of cat litter. That's why it's so strong. You can't break it. You can't even puncture that stuff. I cut it with an old pair of big scissors. So I laid out the form for it. Put this down, the flash down, on a piece of paper. And I marked it here. And then I marked it for the width. So what I did was, and then of course, I measured this, which is half of one of those sheets, and this length is 5 inches. All right. You need to know a little bit of geometry, but it's super easy to do. Once you get the box for this, the dimensions for this on the paper, then you already have the dimensions for this. Measure out 5 inches, snap a line, and bring the line from this side, if it's laying on its side, so it's the width, talking about the width, which is this side right here, the wide side. This is the flash end. This is the lens end, Fresnel end. And then all you have to do is just basically snap a line to each corner. Snap the lines. You got the top and the bottom. And then all you have to do is figure out the sides. That's it. It's super simple. I had the thing done in like 30 minutes. Of course, it's wrapped in mossy oak camo, mossy oak graphics. It's an adhesive tape. You can use it on your lens. Does not leave residue. It's awesome stuff. I'm actually going to be doing 2 of my lenses with this. So this is mossy oak graphics. You can get that off Amazon, probably all over the internet as well. Awesome stuff. You can get it in all different sizes. All right. So that's basically it on that. The pictures that are going to be following this were shot on 90D, and that's a 24 to 105 f4 LIS. It's not really that important. You'll know why when I show you, because there's deliberate under and over exposures in here. Remote flash trigger. This is the Godox. Godox X Pro C. Killer. Mix of pocket wizards that I have. I got to sell them because there's no use for them anymore. I'll just buy another flash or 2 more if I want cinematic lighting, and run all of them on different groups right through this. And I can control everything with that remote, which sits in the hot shoe on top of the camera. Everything on the flash with that remote right from the camera. So I don't run flash on the camera. I rarely do. I've never liked it, as you guys know, if you've watched my other video. Flat frontal lighting sucks. So even with the birds, I use this off camera on a separate tripod to create a little bit of angular light. All right. So let's see. I covered all that stuff. So we're going to get over to the meat and potatoes. Okay. So I took a series of shots, a total of 5. And the first shot, which is what you're looking at on the screen, is my friend Woodstock. I love Woodstock. He's the best. Of course, being a birdie, I take pictures of him all day. And yes, he's got a mic stand up his butt. Anyways, poor Woodstock. It's actually not. Anyways, he's I took 5 exposures, and they were all at 1/80th of a second at f4 and ISO of 2000. Okay, the exposure, getting the correct exposure was not the point here. The point of this is to show you what this extender can do. Okay. So the first 3 shots were the flash at 24 millimeter. So the zoom in the flash was at 24 millimeter. The last 2 shots, the zoom in the flash were 200 millimeter. And I'm going to try and keep this organized because it's going to become confusing. You may have to go back through and look at it. So this first shot was no extender. The extender was not attached to the flash head. And this was zoomed out on the flash head at 24 millimeter. Now we are multiple stops underexposed. Okay. Now this shot was with the extender attached. So the difference between the extender on and extender off is easily 2 stops. Easily. Okay, so this is extender on. The next shot is the extender with the flash head zoomed in. The flash head, the extender zoomed. Okay? Not the flash. The flash is still at 24 millimeter. Flash is at 24 millimeter, and I zoomed the extender only. So let me get back over to the camera quick. So this puppy, so it's all friction fit. So this, the way this is, that is not zoomed. Of course, the flash, is laid over like that. Right? No zoom. So you've got dual zooms now on this variable. If you take this and you pull this out, you got to kind of look into the front, and you can see where the head comes up to the tape. And it's hard to believe this is only 5 inches long and it's that effective with a zoom. So this is zoomed on the extender only, not on the flash head. Let's get back over to the other screen. Okay, so this is with the zoom. Hold on. Okay, this is with the flash heads, with the extender zoomed. Okay, so we got 24 millimeter, no extender. 24 millimeter with the extender, all same exposure. 24 millimeter with the extender zoomed. Next one, 24 millimeter. Notice the histogram. You can go back through, watch the histogram. This is 200 millimeter. The flash head zoomed in all the way at 200 millimeter. Now, granted, this will get broader as you move away from the subject, right? So this is zoomed in at 200 millimeter. That's easily probably 4 stops from here. Okay, that's with 200 millimeter on the zoom and the extender zoomed. The final one is the flash only zoomed at 200 millimeter. Okay. So, is it effective? Heck yeah, it is. Even I figured if it gave me 1 or 2 stops, score on that, man. I'll take that. The purpose, let me explain the purpose to this, and then I'll get out of here and leave you guys alone. The purpose to this is to get my flash to recycle as quickly as possible. If I have to run this on half power or full power, like full power all the time, it's not going to recycle that quick. And you know how it is with birds. Things happen really quick, especially I'm talking small songbirds. All right. Oh, one lid on that branch. Oh, and what I do is I set this up towards a perch with multiple branches on it. That's how I do it. I have not found the best combination whether to run the flash head zoomed and the extender zoomed out, or should I run it with the zoom at 200 millimeters internally on the flash and not zoom the extender? That I haven't played with too much. I need to do a little bit more playing with that. Maybe there's a happy medium in there. Maybe I could take the zoom on the flash and go to 50 millimeters or 80 millimeters, or split the difference, go to 100 millimeters instead of 2. Maybe it would work a little bit better. Don't know. There's one catch I'll show you, which is a problem, and it has to do with construction. All right. If you look at this, I know it's tough to see. I should have better lighting. So if you look at this, right, you have to be sure that when you mount this, that it is perfectly true. This front Fresnel lens cannot be tilted. Mine is. So what I have to do is I have to align my flash. I got to make sure that's kind of pulled down a little bit, and it ain't going anywhere. It's tight on there. And then I have this mounted to a cheap ball head. You get a cheap ball head, like a little, can't remember who makes them. I get them for next to nothing. And it's got a shoe, which goes on the bottom of the flash, and it's got a threaded tripod mount on there, 1/4-20. And you just put that shoe, this little plastic shoe, and this goes into it and then locks on. So I can angle the flash and do all kinds of stuff with it. Okay? But this, the way I made this, it's got a slight upward tilt to it on the lens. It refracts the light, I'll get it right, upward a little bit. So I have to fire the flash. So if my subject is here, I almost have to fire the flash like that. Of course, this is too close, but I'm talking at like 10, 12 feet. Right? And it's because I don't have this exactly true, and it has a little bit, like if you push on it. See that? That causes refraction. So is it perfect? No. Could it be better? Heck yeah. But it works. I'll show you how well it works in a later video. So that's it. You guys have a great day. I'll be back with a lot more. I got a lot more to share. More coming. We'll see y'all later. God bless, and happy shooting. Get out there. Things are starting to turn green finally here in Vermont. It is so ugly. I'm making the best of it, though. Migratory season is underway. I saw some awesome stuff just in local marsh areas, just driving down Route 7. So things are going to get good here pretty quick. And the wildlife preserve I'm planning on visiting is opening on Monday, I believe. So the Welcome Center will be open on Monday, so I'll be taking a ride up there within the next week, doing some scouting, and I will bring the GoPro and bring you guys along with me. We'll catch you later. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if you want. And eventually, by the way, I would like to do some live streams so I can get to meet some people, which I used to do a lot of live streaming on another YouTube channel, which I still have up. It has about 5,000 subscribers. And I've had a great time over the past 7-8 years live streaming on there, built a phenomenal community of people. So watch for that as well.